we should walk in them. So there's plenty of good works that God's prepared for all of us to do, but we got to submit to Him and seek what it is that He's calling us to do and surrender to it, and walk in them. There's plenty of opportunity that God has for us. And I talked a little bit in Matthew 18:12 about the parable of the lost sheep. You know, when the one strays away, he goes and gets that sheep and brings them back to the fold. He leaves the 99, and then God rejoices over the repenting of the one sheep. And, you know, from what I understand, when a shepherd goes and hunts down that and seeks out that lost sheep, from what I understand, when he finds that sheep and it's a continual problem, he breaks the leg of the sheep so that he won't wander anymore, and then bandages that leg up and then carries him on his shoulders and until he heals. And, you know, God does the same thing many times. The Lord has gotten my attention doing things, especially when I lived 30 years with a lot of bad habits. You know, it took a while to get to where I'm at today. It took 25 years to get to where I'm at today. And I've had the Lord so many times come after me and kind of break my spiritual leg and then minister to me. So, you know, Jesus tells us that God rejoices when we repent after we've gone astray, and we like sheep have all gone astray. So what is the point of today's message? That even when we sin, even when we go astray, He's the one that begun this good work in us, and He's going to come find you, and He's going to chastise you because you're His child, and He's going to continue His good work in you. And, you know, I've always tried to have the point of view, let me just surrender to God's will instead of going out to the woodshed a lot, you know. So instead of resisting God's will for my life, I try to surrender to it. Surrender to His, and that's what it means. If Jesus is your Lord, that means you're His slave. And if you're His slave, then He makes all the decisions in your life. It's just like a human slave. You know, a slave owner in the earthly realm, they make all the decisions for the slave. Where they work, when they sleep, what they eat. And it's the same with Jesus. He makes all decisions in my life, but unfortunately for me, sometimes I forget to check in, right? Sometimes I think those small circumstances in my life are too small to bother Him. So the more we gaze on the face of God, the more we become like Him. The more time we spend with Jesus, the more we become like Him. And the spiritual freshness stays in our life instead of our lives going stale, you know, and instead of just doing our own thing, going through the motions. You know, I hope that, you know, today is not the only interaction you have with God. I hope today is just the whipped cream on top of the pie, and then you know, throughout the whole week, He has enveloped your entire week and not just one day of the week. That's what I hope for, and that's what I strive for, you know.